Need them. I'm trying to find my glasses, y'all. Just give me a second, please. Please give me 1 second. Where is my glasses when I need them, honey? I just had my glasses. How y'all doing? Hello, 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 hello to everyone. Thank you for coming to my channel at Becoming King Lexus, where we are always becoming over here. Um, you guys, I got something that I really need to show y'all. Hold on, let me make sure my headphones is working, y'all. Hold up. I didn't even do the test because I'm looking for my glasses. I need my glasses, honey. Yes, there they go. My handy dandy glasses, babes. All right, y'all. I usually will do my hair or wrap it up or something, but listen, we are at the point where y'all should just be. We should not have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm gonna come to y'all in a bonnet. Sometimes I'm gonna come to you with my hair sticking up on my head. That's not the point. The point is what we're trying to do here. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously. There are times that I don't go live if I feel like I look too much of a fool. Like I look a mess now, but it ain't that bad. It sometimes can be worse than this. Hey, Straya. Straya, I have to show you something, girl. I got to show you something. Y'all see that dip coming in my chin? It's getting serious, girl. It's getting real serious. Look, y'all. I'm gonna fix it. New Year's resolution, dieting. I'm going on a diet. I'm enjoying it now, though. But how you doing, sis? I'm gonna get right to the video, you guys, because I can't be on here too long. But I do have some stuff that I want to show y'all, man. I'm glad you back, Strider. I'm gonna go straight to what I want to show you. So I was getting ready to try. Can you hear me good? Can you hear me pretty good? Um, because I usually do a check. Let me see. Audio. Real check. Okay, test. Testing your speakers on StreamYard. It sounds like they're working. Have a great show. Testing your speakers on StreamYard. It sounds like they're working. Have a great show. This song is brought to you by Kelsey and Presley. These should be it. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. This should be it. Okay, now we back. We good. We good. We good. All right. See, every time I move this headphones. All right, now I fixed it. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you, sis. All right, now let's get to it. So the first video I want to show you, I wanted to show you something about Young Thug 2, which I already know what I want to show on that, right? But I'm gonna show this video 2 times. I'm gonna show it now, and then after I show the Young Thug courtroom thing that I want to show you, which is not gonna be long. Then I'm gonna show this video again just in case somebody comes in and they miss this part. I'm gonna show this part again because Shreya, I'm so mad. I am so mad that this type of stuff is still going on. And this man had the nerve to delete footage. And the footage that he deleted is still the footage that was left that we did see is still just awful. So I'll go ahead and give you guys the backstory, even though they're going to say it on the video. There is a 8-year-old kid, okay, that goes to this school, and this kid actually has a disability. I believe it's like a learning disability. Where he's usually in the principal's office. They have like a certain plan for this young man. With his ADHD, and it's another disability. They're going to explain it to you guys as well, right? But this deputy tackled this young man viciously, viciously, y'all. I hope you guys can see this. I'm not gonna do no talking. I'm just gonna let it, cause shout out to Law and Crime Network. Law and Crime, y'all got it. Y'all got it. I've been watching Law and Crime for about I want to say almost 3 years. It feel like three, but maybe 2 years. But check this out. Just I'm gonna cut this talking. Check this out.
Fight me again. Fight me again. No, you just bit me. So you want to try it again?
Now, I don't even believe he bit
Fight
him.
me. Fight me again. Fight me again. Fight me again. No. Put your leg down. Put your leg down now.
A family is suing a Wyoming sheriff's office and one of their deputies, alleging they violated a second grader's rights by tackling the young boy to the ground. The incident happened in February 2022 at an elementary school in Cheyenne, Wyoming, on Francis Warren Air Force Base, where the boy was stationed at the time. Deputy Benjamin Jayco's body camera captures the second grader, who is identified in the lawsuit as JD, sitting at a desk next to his principal, and another staff member is seen standing.
I gotta come back over here and do a check because I don't have it pulled up. Hey Raven, are y'all seeing everything clearly? I just wanted to pause and come back over here to the comments. Are y'all seeing everything clearly? I just wanted to pause and come back because I usually have it pulled up on the TV too, but I got the timestamp that I want for the trial on the TV, so I can't turn it yet. So y'all let me know real quick before I continue. Is everything playing? Okay, perfect. All right, let's go.
As it looks like they're all having a conversation. It's unclear what was said during these moments, as the deputy's body cam audio was not on. But according to the lawsuit, the two adults were speaking with JD about comments he made to a lunchroom cashier. JD, who had a neurodivergent disability, had been going to the principal's office during his lunchtime in accordance to his
Okay, a neurodivergent disability.
individualized education plan. About a minute and a half into the video, the body camera cuts to the moments the child is already on the ground, as Deputy Jayco aggressively tries to pin the boy face down to the ground.
Fight me. Fight me again. Fight me again. Fight me again. No, you just bit me. So you want to try it again? Huh? Put your leg down. Put your leg down now. You cross your legs right now. Cross your legs. No. No, you don't get to win this now. It's all me. Do you understand me? And guess where it's going now? You just tried biting me. So now what? What do you think? Huh? I should be taking you to jail.
The body cam never captures the moments leading up.
This boy is 8 years old. 8. And you saying you should be taking him to jail? I want to know if this cop got bodies. And y'all know what I mean when I say that. I wonder if he got bodies like this serious because this gives me goosebumps, bro. I got two boys, y'all.
Up to Deputy Jaco allegedly tackling JD. The lawsuit claims the deputy deleted the footage of the assault. During the scuffle, the deputy claims JD bit him, as the child can be heard yelling for help and saying phrases like "stop" and "I give up."
Assault on a peace officer. No. Ridiculous. That's the second time you've done this to me.
Then the deputy tells JD to sit upright, then proceeds to give him a stern warning as the principal can be heard chiming in.
Look at me. Look at me. This is not fun. This is not cool. This is not okay.
No, it's
None
not.
of this is working out for anybody, is it?
It's definitely not
And
working
all
out for
you had to do
you.
was sit right back down.
Deputy Jaco then tries to calm JD down, who can be seen hyperventilating as the officer wipes blood coming from his face.
Deep breaths, Jalen. Deep breaths. Do you know how to do the deep breath breathing? Do you? Slow your breathing down. Go down. Deep breath. Right.
But after tending to JD, moments later, the deputy can be heard allegedly threatening the second grader with metal bracelets and a trip in the back of the squad car.
So, all because you didn't want to do this, now we're here. And now what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What do you think should happen? You want to stay on the floor or sit in the chair? You refused to do what you were told. I had to put my hands on you to control you because you started kicking me. I put you on the floor. Then you decided to try and bite me. If you were an adult, you would be in handcuffs and out in my car right now. So I want you to give me a reason why I should not put you in my car right now.
Put yourself in your car right now.
And this is the second time that you've tried to do something to me. Because I'm trying to control the situation.
In other words, this is the second time that he attacked this little boy. That's what I hear. This is the second time that you tried to do this to me. Nah, you're trying to cover for yourself at this point because you know you messed up. That's why you said this isn't good for anybody. This is not okay. That was your conscience because you know that you have a body cam on, which is why you deleted the actual attack. This wasn't even the worst part of it. You better believe the worst part of it, he deleted it. He deleted the worst part. And they shouldn't even have capability to do that. They should not be able to delete parts of their body cam footage. He did it because he know he was dead wrong. And then it says, give me a reason why I shouldn't put you in my car. Put yourself in your car, jackass.
Because you got out of control. What's that? Okay. It's just the way the coffin was happening. I just want to make sure. The way he was coughing. I just want to make sure. It's his blood.
The principal, who is a man who should have did something, standing there with his arms crossed, says, whose blood is that? And the police officer says, it's his blood.
Because when he bit me, he got me right around here.
I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta run that back because I want y'all to tell me if y'all see a bite mark. Tell me if you see a bite mark.
It's just the way the coughing was happening. I just want to make sure. The way he was coughing, I just want to make sure.
Did y'all see a bite mark?
He was coughing. I just want to make sure.
Do y'all see a bite mark? Do you see his skin broken on this man's hand? This is where he's saying the boy bit him. Right here. This is where he's saying the boy bit him. And he gonna point it out for you. He gonna point it out for you. I don't see a damn thing.
It's his blood. Because when he bit me, he got me right around here.
Y'all see that? He said he got me right around here. We just checked his hand. There is no bite mark, no nothing right there. Let me come to the comments to see before I play it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. It's crazy. It is. It is. Y'all, this feel like the old days. I'm glad we back together. The band is all here. But yeah, man, y'all see this? It's ridiculous. We already saw your hand, bro. You don't have no bite marks, bro. Let's continue.
But luckily, I moved, and that's how I got the bloody nose. So, yeah. Is the nurse got somebody in there right now?
Where's that my sound?
What's that? Okay. It's just the way the coughing.
I can't hear it no more.
The way he was coughing, I just want to make sure.
Can y'all hear it? I can't hear it no more.
It's
See, that's why I don't be liking to go to the back to the other screen. But can y'all hear it? Because I can't hear it no more.
he bit me. He got me right around here.
Come on, give me
but
sound,
luckily,
give me
I
sound.
moved, and that's how I got the bloody nose. So,
I can't hear it. I'm just gonna do it without my headphones, child, because I can't hear it. So let me go back over here. Sorry, y'all, I gotta pause it, but that's why I don't like flipping back to the other screen because sometimes stuff be messing up. But my headphones might be dying, so I'm gonna check and see if. Yep, yep. That's a head problem. We just gonna use default. And let me see. Now it's working. JLab go work. JLab go work. JLab go work. JLab go work. Bluetooth. All right. Sorry about that. I hope y'all heard what I said. Um, what I was saying earlier. Nothing now. Okay. Are we good though? Can you hear? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, sis? I don't want to go to the screen if you can't hear me. See, I couldn't hear it in my headphone. Okay, boom, boom. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm not gonna be able to switch back until we go to a different video because I don't want to mess it up again. Perfect, perfect. Let's continue.
Is the nurse got somebody in there right now? Okay. Once you freeze up, you need to have a look at his nose just to make sure. And I assume you're going to call Dad.
What's that?
Call Dad.
Am I going to? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk to me?
Oh, absolutely.
A staff member then calls JD's father to pick him up.
So I think it's pretty
Bro.
obvious from the body cams that we cover that it's not always safe out there. Well, that is why Palm Pepper Spray has got you covered. It is the next generation of pepper spray and a proud sponsor of Long Crime Body Cams. So excited to
Why
talk to
can I
you about it because
not
first
hear it
of all,
anymore?
and your palm is really the perfect everyday accessory. Tell you what, my wife carries
Reason why I should not put.
Oh my god, bro. It's me who can't hear it, but I just gotta turn these off. Just use the default. All right. Sorry, y'all. I had to turn them off because I think they're dying. All right, now I'm back. Now I'm back. Now I'm back. Now I'm back. I just had to take them off.
Put you in my car right
All
now.
right, boom. Now I can hear.
Hmm?
Now I can hear. Now I hope y'all can hear too. 'Cause I can hear now because I took the headphones off. So I'm hoping y'all can hear too. All right, we're gonna keep it rolling. I ran it back a little bit so we can get back on task.
And this is the second time that you've tried to do something to me because I'm trying to control the situation because you got out of control. What's that? Okay. It's just the way the cough was happening. I just wanted to make sure. The way he was coughing, I just want to make sure.
You want to make sure what?
It's his blood. Because when he bit me, he got me right around here.
No blood.
But luckily I moved, and that's how I got the bloody nose. So, yeah. Is the nurse got somebody in there right now? Okay. Once you freeze up.
Has the nurse got somebody in there right now? And I'm assuming this man said yes. And he's saying when she freeze up. When she freeze up what?
You need to have a look at his nose just to make sure.
Look at his nose.
And I assume you're going to call Dad.
What's that?
Call Dad.
Am I going to? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk to me?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so he's saying does the nurse have somebody in there? The principal said yes. First of all, unless the nurse got a heart patient in there, unless the nurse has somebody in there who is bleeding as well, they should be calling the nurse. The nurse should be in here with this man, with this cop right now. The fact that the principal is walking into the room, meaning he left the cop and the student in the room alone after an attack like that. That is crazy. The cop should not be the only person that is held responsible. Why would you leave this little boy in this room with this man who clearly drew blood from his body and he's 8 years old? Why would you do that? Second, you saying that the nurse has somebody in there? Is it something that's more important than this boy's nose who's leaking, who his nose wouldn't stop bleeding? He is hyperventilating, and then the cop says, I assume you're gonna call Dad. You goddamn right he's gonna call his dad. But I don't even like how he responded, how the principal responded. Yeah, we're gonna call him. Do you want to talk to him? What?
Yeah.
A staff member then calls JD's father to pick him up.
So I think it's pretty obvious from the body cams that we cover that it's not always safe out there. Well, that is why palm pepper spray has got.
I gotta say this. I love this dude right here, right? That's doing the palm pepper spray. But he just said, I assume from the body cams that we see out there that it's not always safe out there. So the body cams are from the police, right? So he's saying from the body cams that we see it's not always safe out there. And we're watching a video of where a police tagged a young boy. Please do not suggest people start pepper spraying the police. That's what I was thinking. Like, you saying from the body cams we see that it's not always safe out there. So I suggest you use palm spray. Not on the police. You trying to, please, y'all, don't buy the pepper spray for the police. You already see what they do when we're doing nothing. Please don't pepper spray the cops. I'm not getting paid for this ad, baby. I gotta go. Keep on going. Boom. All right, now we.
7th reveals the aftermath and the extent of JD's injuries after the alleged assault. JD's parents filed the lawsuit on his behalf. The 26-page federal civil lawsuit filed on November 20 the alleged assault. Deputy Jaco violated JD's 4th and 5th Amendment rights, calling his actions a vicious physical assault on a disabled 8-year-old boy. The document goes on to state Deputy Jaco's assault left JD profusely bleeding from his nose and from multiple lacerations on his face. It also states because JD is in the individualized education plan and due to his ADHD, confrontation and escalation with JD was not an appropriate or safe method for addressing his emotional issues. An IEP specifically calls for de-escalation. The suit claims that at no time did the principal or JD's teacher request any help, assistance, involvement, or intervention from Deputy Jaco. And JD was not a threat to himself or to anyone else. Court documents also, according to the suit, during the deleted portion, Deputy Jaco repeatedly slammed JD's face down to the floor, causing multiple bleeding facial injuries. The deputy, who weighed nearly 300 pounds, climbed on top of JD, who didn't even weigh 70 pounds, pinning him down, causing JD to struggle to breathe, while screaming threats as the second grader screamed and cried in pain and fear. The suit goes on to state the deputy was out of control, and once JD's father questioned the deputy, especially because the boy wasn't hurting anyone, the deputy responded, quote, "Because as a law enforcement officer, that's my primary function," end quote. After the 2022 incident, the
Wow.
court document says JD sustained serious and continuing psychological issues.
Yeah.
The family had to be relocated to a different Air Force base in a different state. JD
Did y'all see that beautiful family, man? That's
developed a fear and
crazy.
mistrust of law enforcement, and the psychological issues from the assault appear to be permanent. The suit says JD was not under arrest at the time of the incident. The deputy had no probable cause to make an arrest, and JD's actions that initiated the physical contact was the boy attempting to leave the principal's office to return to class. JD had no weapon, and Deputy Jaco had no legal authority.
Wait a minute. In the beginning of the video, they said that the young man, goes to the principal's office every day. They didn't say that he's called to the principal's office every day because he's in trouble, but he visits the principal's office every day. And I believe they said it was during lunch that he does this. So he was attempting to leave the principal's office and go back to class, and you brutally attack this boy. And that's where it starts to literally come out, like where you can see, like we haven't gone anywhere all these years, all this time, all these years, all this time. That little boy is no threat. The only thing about that little boy you didn't like is very obvious, because
To
it's
place
just
his hands on
ridiculous,
JD
man.
or physically take him anywhere. The
It's
lawsuit
ridiculous.
also reveals Deputy Jaco was not retrained after the violent incident. The complaint states the plaintiffs are seeking a jury trial, and the family of JD are asking for compensatory and punitive damages. A similar
Right?
incident happened states away in Florida when a 9-year-old was violently handcuffed by a school resource officer.
Stop it. Sit up. Chill. Chill.
Just relax.
You need to chill.
The body cam showed the boy throwing papers and books at teachers and officers who try to protect themselves with padded mats before the officer put on the metal cuffs.
Now hold up. Hold up. Before we finish, because I'm not saying this is right either, y'all. But before this video finishes, y'all see this 9-year-old boy throwing shit. Okay? He's throwing stuff at teachers, and he's using choice words because they having to bleep the words out that he is using.
Also, right? That's okay. I get that a lot. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
That family also filed a lawsuit and sued the city and 2 school resource officers for more than $75,000. According to local reports, Deputy Jaco is no longer a resource officer with the school where the incident happened, but he's still an employee at the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office also denied the allegation the body camera footage was purposely deleted and that the camera's vendor reported a malfunction during part of the incident. A spokesperson for the agency said that all their body cams. Reporting for Long Crime Network, I'm Elizabeth Milner.
Shout out to Elizabeth. Thank you, Liz, for bringing us that. Now, before I go on to the next video, I want to come in and check in with the comments. Y'all, this is ridiculous, you guys. This is ridiculous. Now, y'all, did y'all see the difference though? The black boy was not throwing stuff, saying FUB to the teachers. The teachers literally had to get mats to block from what that boy was doing. That boy didn't have any blood drawn from him. He was 9. And the 8-year-old boy was brutally beaten. Now, I'm not saying that the 9-year-old boy parents shouldn't have a lawsuit. I'm not saying that because, even if the child is doing that, you can restrain a child without hurting them or using violence or, things like that. So I can't really say that they don't have a case or that they shouldn't be suing, right? But I can't say that it's a clear difference in the actions that was taken between the 8-year-old boy and the 9-year-old boy. Can y'all agree with me on that one? Because I don't think it's right either way, but I just think it's so crazy how I told y'all I'm gonna show y'all this video again before the end, just in case somebody misses it. So we're gonna talk about it one more time at the end. Now we got to get to it's the attorney on the Young Thug trial that I want y'all to see. She's a baddie in my book. I love this attorney. I love how she is handling things. Where's my darn remote, child? Where's my remote, child? Hold up. I love how she's handling things with this case. And where is it? Hold on a minute. I gotta find my remote because I have it on the television. But I was meaning to show this to you guys the other day, but I didn't get around to it. Where's my remote? Where's my remote? Where's my remote? Where's my remote? But can y'all agree with me with the situation so far? There it is, where I feel like there's a clear difference between those two cases with those two children. There's a clear difference between the two, and it's crazy. Ruby, thank you for coming through. Did you see the video? Did you see the video, sis? Raven, Ruby, Shreya. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for being here. All right, y'all. We're going to get to the next video. Ruby, if you missed the video that I just showed, don't worry. I'm going to show it again without the commentary, and we'll talk about it in the end. Okay, you didn't see it. Don't worry. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you the next video, but then one more time at the end, I'm going to show you the video that I was just showing everyone else. But let me get through this so that I can go directly to the video. All right. All right. All right. I think this is the one. Watch, why is this so proud? Yep. Is this the one that was the 803? Yep, this is the one. All right, so the timestamp is 4:49. All right, you guys.
The idea of the workplace is expanding beyond the office walls,
You
which
guys,
means
so I won't be able to commentate the entire thing, but I will definitely, because I'm watching the case, I would definitely point out some of the things that are happening in the case that, you know, I do want to give commentary on, or that I do notice and that I do love. All right, we're gonna start right here. I want to make sure that y'all can hear everything clearly. Can y'all hear everything? Is everything good? Somebody, do I got my phone near me? Just call me if you can't hear anything. Just call me and make sure I got my volume up, so I don't have to keep stopping it. If you can't hear something, just call my phone. I still got the same number. So just call me if you can't hear, all right? So I won't have to keep stopping. Let me go ahead and go to my own stuff. All right, y'all. Now this one is gonna be entertaining. It's not gonna be as, you know, triggering as that last one. The last video that I showed you guys, it really triggered me. And I saw it right before I went live, and I was like, nah, I'm showing this first because I cannot believe. And Ruby, don't worry, we're gonna play it again for you. All right, let's get it. Make sure I got it on mute. Boom. The evidence. And taking it down to APC property. Did that conclude your involvement in the case?
After transport and obtaining the warrants and the report, yes.
Okay. And you just mentioned something. You said it was 10 cartridges. One was in the chamber. What's that?
10 cartridges or otherwise known as rounds. And then there was an additional round that was in the chamber of the weapon, meaning that if the trigger was pulled, it would fire.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Cross.
How many Good job, sir. That's the baddie.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Mello.
That's the baddie.
All right, so you just explained to us that you were a member of the FIT team, correct?
That is
During
correct.
2017. And it would be fair to say that the difference between, one of the differences between the FIT team and a regular street patrol team is to target high-level crimes?
That is correct.
Okay. And during this time period, you were following saw this vehicle, you did not suspect.
Are we freezing? Please don't be freezing. All right. I had to pause it so I could try to get it back on.
But that is correct.
You saw car window tints, and that is the sole reason you pulled this car over. That's your testimony, right?
That is correct.
Okay. And you explained that you had several FIT members with you, correct?
Correct.
You plus 4 more.
I think it was myself, Owen, and yes, myself and 4 more.
All right. And the FIT team, you were in 2 separate vehicles that day, correct?
That is correct.
And you saw this vehicle, you pulled this vehicle over, and all of the FIT team approached the vehicle, correct?
That is correct.
Now, it is general practice for the FIT team to all get out of the vehicles and approach a vehicle at the same time, right?
It is.
All right, so it wasn't just the window tint. That wasn't the reason that you approached the vehicle, generally speaking, correct?
Correct.
All right. So you had the vehicle surrounded, 3 officers on one side, 2 officers on the other, correct?
Correct.
And Officer Owens actually went to the drive. All right, so Mr. Nichols to roll down. Nichols said, hey, I can't roll down the.
It's showing. I'm going to pause the video for a second, and then I'm going to play it again.
Correct.
And then Mr. Nichols was asked for identification.
Correct.
He explained that he didn't have any.
Correct.
Up until this point, Mr. Nichols is being cooperative with you, fair?
He was.
Now, inside of the vehicle, you listed some passengers, 3 black males,
Including the driver.
including the driver, 1 black female,
Correct.
and a child.
Correct.
All right, so at this point, after Mr. Nichols explains that he does not have his identification, he's detained.
Correct.
He's taken back to the patrol car,
Yes.
right? And you're with him in the patrol car.
Yes.
All right, so Officer Owen spoke to Nichols, but you took Mr. Nichols to the patrol car, correct?
Correct.
All right, and you asked Mr. Nichols for identifying information, correct?
Yes.
And he gave it to you.
He did.
He gave you his real name, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, while you were in the car, there was another officer with you, Officer Chisholm?
Correct.
Is that correct? And Officer Chisholm, from your understanding, separated the female passenger from her child and the other occupants in the car, correct?
She asked her to step out.
Yes, and she had a private conversation.
Yes.
One that you weren't privy to.
That is correct.
Okay, let me ask you about that. Body cameras, it was body footage of this traffic stop, right?
Yes.
Okay, and body footage lasts for 5 years, supposed to be retained for 5 years, correct?
Correct.
All right. So when this case was originally indicted May 9th of 2022, and remember this incident happened July 3rd of 17, that was within the 5 years.
Correct.
Did you obtain this body camera footage?
I did not.
Do you know of any other members of the FIT team? And this is just to your knowledge. Do you know?
Now, the reason why that's very important is because they have went back to 2010 or 11. I really think they went back to 09 with this case. Okay? I'm live, Mom, just so you know. So what they did was they went all the way back. Everybody that they saw with and around Young Thug, they looked up their names, found their charges, and added their charges to either the overt acts or the predicate acts. I believe the overt acts are acts that are like on Instagram or in lyrics or basically like if they're wearing red, anything that can link and say that it's gang activity, okay? So they literally have went back. If the body cam footage is to be retained for 5 years and it's been 7, 8, 9 years, then there's no reason why the body cam footage should be in court or admissible in court in 2023. That's the point that she's making. I'm gonna let her continue. This is a baddie right here. If she was on the prosecution, I'll be shook because she is no reason for her to cheat or nothing. And mind you, the witness that she is talking to is a witness for the prosecution. That's why I also want y'all to watch this one right here with the blue on, because she's just like a partner. She cheats too. And I see her partner, Miss Love, came back to work today.
No, if they were told, hey, retain this footage.
To my knowledge, no.
All right, so the car was searched.
Yes.
And you have testified that you found some pills, correct?
Yes.
2 pills, and that you found 2 baggies of some type of solid substance.
Correct.
And you have testified.
Check this out now. I'm going to try to find this other footage for y'all too, because that's important. Remember what she just said. They found some little blue pills and 2 baggies of a substance. Keep that in mind.
Suspected substance because you don't know, right? You're not the GBI.
Correct.
You didn't test these things.
No.
All right. Now, several individuals were arrested, right? All of the adult passengers.
Correct.
All right. Let's talk about that a little bit. Miss Pierre, she was the registered owner of the car, correct? All right. And Miss Pierre was arrested that day for the suspected 2 baggies, right?
Correct.
All right, so she was arrested for trafficking with that. She was also arrested for the pills.
Correct.
Okay. And she was also arrested of a drug-related object, right?
That is correct.
Okay. All right, and Mr. Norman Harris, he was arrested, correct? All right, and Mr. Harris, he was arrested for the pills, right?
He was.
And he was arrested for trafficking in illegal drugs, correct?
He was.
All right. And Mr. Harris was later, from your understanding, was later indicted for the firearm, but you did not arrest him for possession of a firearm, correct?
From the information that I've gathered since, correct.
All right. And so that was not your decision to arrest Mr. Harris for the firearm, correct?
Correct.
All right. So that would have had to be the prosecution. You had nothing to do with that.
That was not my charges.
All right. And Brandon Warren, he was arrested.
He was.
Let's talk about that briefly. Mr. Warren was arrested for trafficking.
He was.
So that's the 2 baggies, right? And Mr. Norman was arrested for the suspected pills.
He was.
All right. And Mr. Norman was also arrested for the drugs in a different container, correct?
You said Mr. Norman that time.
Mr. Warren.
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Warren was also arrested for possession of a firearm.
He was.
Okay. Officer, let me ask you this.
It's right because it looked like it's like lagging, but I want y'all to hear this part good, so I just did a little pause. You know, I got to pause every now and then.
You did not arrest Mr. Nichols for anything gang related, correct?
I did not.
You did not. And you did not arrest any of the individuals in this vehicle.
He did not get arrested for gang activity. It's a RICO case. This is important.
Any gang charges, right?
I did not.
Okay. To write reports.
Correct.
All right. And you're trained that if you need to supplement a report, that you can supplement a report, correct?
That is correct.
All right. And you're trained on how to write an affidavit for a warrant, correct? And you are trained to how to write a citation, correct?
I am.
All right. So in this case, you wrote pretty much the list that I just gave you, right?
That is correct.
All right. And in any of the reports or any of the lists that I just gave you, you did not report anything in reference to any type of gang activity with this traffic stop, correct?
I do not.
All right. And you didn't report anything in reference to any type of gang activity in reference to what you seized, correct?
Correct.
All right. So gang just wasn't mentioned, correct? All right. All right, just a few more questions. You're aware that Norman Harris pled guilty to possession of a firearm and the drugs, correct?
I was not aware, no.
You were not aware of that. Okay. Ms. Pierre, you testified that she was the owner of the car. I want to make sure that I have that correct, right?
That is correct.
And you're aware that Ms. Pierre pled to the alleged drugs found in the vehicle?
I was not aware.
Okay. All right. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Anybody else? Say that when you read, right?
Yes, briefly. The location of Donnelly and Cameron, is that Fulton County?
It is.
I don't care about what she got to say. They're cheaters. I want to, before I go back to that other video, y'all, this girl is the baddie in the courtroom, right? Oh, I hope I can see it. I think that she actually does it the next day. Wait, is it that day? Is it that day? I want to show you when she speaks to the GBI. Wait. Is that the one? No, the GBI went in the courtroom on this day. Is that the one? This one they hop out on the kids in there. Yeah. Okay, so I know exactly which one this is. This is the red bag. Got the kids. Okay, so listen, I gotta save time, y'all, because we'll be here all night, right? So what y'all seen in this video is the well, I guess you could call him an officer or a detective. He was looking on Instagram, right? And he saw one of the people in the RICO case, or that they're trying to say is a part of this, you know, in enterprise or whatever. They saw him on video with a red bag with some weed in it, right? So they decided that they was gonna pull up on him in this neighborhood. When they pulled up on him in the neighborhood, the car that they saw on Instagram with the red bag and the weed in it, nobody was in that car. Somebody hit the alarm and locked that car actually. So then the officer pulled everybody to the side. He put everybody in handcuffs, had everybody on the street, and it was asking everybody whose car was that. And while he did that, he went and called the K9 unit so that the dogs could come and sniff out where the drugs was, even though he already knew where the drugs was because he was watching on Instagram, right? So they got the K9 unit, the dogs scratched and found the drugs or whatever, and they got some bags. They got like 2 bags of drugs. Remember the 2 bags that she was talking about? And basically, these are another one of the acts that they are saying are predicate acts or overt acts. I'm gonna explain to y'all what overt act is and a predicate act is in the morning, but I really want you to see when she speaks to the GBI, because that's something that I could do quick where it won't hold up too much of y'all time. Because I believe that was today that she spoke with the GBI. I said I would have to go in. 1 second, I'm gonna show you guys what happens when they talk to the GBI. Why did it delete? Quick. I'm gonna go quick as I can, y'all, because I'm not trying to keep y'all for too long. I think we've been live. All right. Did I pass the other one? I think they changed the picture on the new Young Thug case. I saw the jury selection one. Come on, where is that? Boom, there we go. All right, now. I just want to get straight to the one where it's talking to the GBI. Just keep it. And they found.
I want to talk first about what's been marked as State's Exhibit 12B. Do you still have that exhibit in front of you, the gun?
No, I do not have the.
It's not the one. Let me go to the list. All right. The GBI one. I want to say that one was today. I wanted to see that one was today. Come on, come on. Yesterday. It's day 7. I just want to see y'all. I want y'all to see the follow up. She just she asked him about those bags and everything for a reason, and she said, "You're not the GBI." Said, "Yes, I can." So it was definitely this one. Okay, that's him asking a guy. Hold on, yeah. I'm gonna make sure I find the one about the GPI. I can't find it in 5 minutes.
Houses but don't know where to start? Check this out. 1 in 10 million. If you flip just one house over the next 12.
Oh, she was back yesterday.
Well, yes.
Yeah, she had that VC on. She had on that VC when she was talking to the GBI. Listen, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna go find it and I'm gonna show it to y'all tomorrow because I don't want to hold y'all up too long, child.
All right. Okay. You can hold.
You watching it and go back to the one that Ruby missed and
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Anything else?
No. From the state room.
Anybody else? Okay, I think now we can summarize. Members of the media, our first witness and our fifth witness.
Yeah.
Sergeant McKessie.
We'll go ahead and show the video of the young man again. All right, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the video testimony that we just heard from the officer that was of an unknown substance that he did not know what it was because he is not the GBI, and the 4 blue pills that he did not know what it was because he was you know, I'm only going to get better as we go. Thank y'all so much. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up with this last video. I'm not going to interrupt. I'm not going to do commentary into it because I already did. We're going to show this for Ruby. Let's go.
Fight me again. Fight me again. Fight me again. No, you just bit me. So you want to try it again? Huh? Put your legs down. Put your legs down now.
A family is suing over the second grader's rights
so that everything can clear up. All right.
2022 at an elementary school in Cheyenne, Wyoming, on Francis Warren Air Force Base, where the boy's father was stationed at the time. Deputy Benjamin Jaco's body camera captures the second grader, who is identified in the lawsuit as JD, sitting at a desk next to his principal, and another staff member is seen standing behind them as it looks like they're all having a conversation. It's unclear what was said during these moments, as the deputy's body cam audio was not on. But according to the lawsuit, the two adults were speaking with JD about comments he made to a lunchroom cashier. JD, who had a neurodivergent disability, had been going to the principal's office during his lunchtime in accordance to his individualized education plan. About a minute and a half into the video, the body camera cuts to the moments the child is already on the ground as Deputy Jaco aggressively tries to pin the boy face down to the ground.
Fight me. Fight me again. Fight me again. Fight me again. No, you just bit me. So you want to try it again? Huh? Put your legs down. Put your legs down now. You cross your legs right now. Cross your legs. No. No, you don't get to win this now. It's all me. Do you understand me? And guess where it's going now? You just tried biting me.
Lie.
So now what? What do you think? Huh? I should be taking you to jail.
The body cam never captures the moments leading up to Deputy Jaco allegedly tackling JD. The lawsuit claims the deputy deleted the footage of the assault. During the scuffle, the deputy claims JD bit him, as the child can be heard yelling for help and saying phrases like "stop" and "I give up."
Assault on a peace officer. No. Ridiculous. That's the second time you've done this to me.
Then the deputy tells
Only in
JD to sit
America.
upright, then proceeds to give him a stern warning as the principal can be heard chiming in.
Look at me. Look at me. This is not fun. This is not cool. This is not okay. None of this is working out for anybody, is it?
No.
And all you had to do was sit right back down.
Deputy
I
Jaco
agree,
then tries to
Raven.
calm JD down, who can be seen hyperventilating as the officer wipes blood coming from his face.
Deep breath, Jalen. Hmm? Do you? Slow your breathing down.
And now you're gonna try to tell him to slow his breathing down. Like, you're the last one that should be able to calm him down right now.
Slow it down.
The way you was acting.
Deep breath. All right.
But after tending to JD, moments later, the deputy can be heard allegedly threatening the second grader with metal bracelets and a trip in the back of the squad car.
Wow.
So, all because you didn't want to do this. Now we're here. And now what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
I know, Ruby. I know. I know.
What's going to happen? What do you think should happen?
I feel you, girl.
You want to stay on the floor or sit in a chair? You refuse to do
Now,
what you-
Ruby, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna try to pause on the perfect part of his hands, Ruby, because you're gonna see at the end, but I'm gonna try to pause on the perfect part so you can see his hand where he says the boy bit him or tried to bite him.
told. I had to put my hands on you to control you because you started kicking me. I put you on the floor.
I thought it was because he bit you that you beat him like that.
Then you decided to try and bite me. Now. So I want you to give me a reason why I should not put you in my car right now. And this is the second time that you've tried to do something to me because I'm trying to control the situation because you got out of control.
Yep. Ruby, you be on it, girl. You be on it. I feel sorry for this man's wife. I really do.
Okay. It's just the way the coughing was happening. I just want to make sure. The way he was coughing, I just want to make sure.
You don't need to make sure shit.
It's his blood. Because when
He said, whose blood is that? He said, it's his blood.
he bit me. He got me right around here.
Ruby, and we double checked it in the beginning. There is no bite, no blood, no nothing right there on that man's hand. That man is a liar and manipulator, like you said.
And that's how I got the blood in your nose. So, yeah. Is the nurse got somebody in there right now? Okay. Once you freeze up, you need to have a look at his nose just to make sure. And I assume you're going to call Dad.
What's that?
Call Dad.
Am I going to?
Yeah.
You want to talk to him?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
A staff member.
Yes, I gotta stop it so I can put these comments up, y'all. Yes, 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 yes. Covering for himself because he know he was dead wrong. Playing victim to a kid. Facts. And sometimes I don't want to be here either, Ruby. So I feel you, girl. No offense taken. I'm almost done. You gonna put that? Yeah. Preheat the oven at 350. Oh, you got? I'll do it, child. I'll do it. But all right, child. Hold on. We almost done.
Then calls JD's father to pick him up.
So I think it's pretty obvious from the body cams that we cover that it's not always safe out there. Well, that is why Palm Pepper Spray has got you covered. It is the next generation of pepper spray and a proud sponsor of Long Crime Body Cams. So excited to talk to you about it because, first of all, BODYCAM and use code
reveals the aftermath and the extent of the civil lawsuit filed on November 27th. Reveals the aftermath and the extent of JD's injuries after the alleged assault. JD's parents filed the lawsuit on his behalf.
RJ want me to bake an apple pie and don't know how to put the oven on 350.
The suit claims Deputy Jaco violated JD's Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights, calling his actions a vicious physical assault on a disabled 8-year-old boy. The document goes on to state Deputy Jaco's assault left JD profusely bleeding from his nose and from multiple lacerations on his face. It also states because JD is in the individualized education plan and due to his ADHD, confrontation and escalation with JD was not an appropriate or safe method for addressing his
Absolutely
emotional
not.
issues. An IEP specifically calls for de-escalation.
And why is he allowed to delete his body cam footage? Like I said in the beginning, Ruby, yes. Like I said in the beginning, Ruby, I wonder if this man has had to, take people's lives in the under the guise of saving someone else or saving himself. I wonder has he had to put some, pows in anybody, because he definitely seems like the type that likes to, come on, man, an 8-year-old boy. So I can imagine if you claiming to feel so threatened by an 8-year-old boy, I can imagine what you do to men that stand up to your height, to real grown men that you view as a threat. I can just imagine. You don't belong on the streets. You don't belong in a police office. You don't belong in a police department. You don't belong on the street. You belong in a mental institution, to be honest with you, because there's something wrong with a man that feels like he has to do that to an 8-year-old boy. And you know you're wrong because you deleted it, the body cam footage. That part that we saw, Ruby, that was the part that he didn't delete. So I can just imagine what it was that he felt he needed to delete.
The suit claims at no time did the principal or JD's teacher request any help, assistance, involvement, or intervention from Deputy Jaco. And JD was not a threat to himself or to anyone else. Court document video. According to the suit, during the deleted portion, Deputy Jaco repeatedly slammed JD's face down to the floor, causing multiple bleeding facial injuries. The deputy, who weighed nearly 300 pounds, climbed on top of JD, who didn't even weigh 70 pounds, pinning him down, causing JD to struggle to breathe, while screaming threats as the second grader screamed and cried in pain and fear. The suit goes on to state the deputy was out of control, and once JD's father questioned the deputy, especially because the boy wasn't hurting anyone, the deputy responded, quote, "Because as a law enforcement officer, that's my primary function," end quote. After the 2022 incident, the court document says JD sustained serious and continuing psychological issues. The family had to be relocated to a different Air Force base in a different state. JD developed a fear and mistrust of law enforcement.
I'm sure
psychological issues from.
Now, this is crazy that I didn't catch that the first time. Now, JD developed a mistrust and fear toward law enforcement. This goes directly into some things that I'm going to show y'all in this YSL trial. Now, like I always say, you guys, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court, because that's how they do us. That's how they do us. When somebody when somebody pals one of us, that's not one of us. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. If you ever seen Mississippi Burning, then you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going by those same things, right? He developed a fear and a mistrust of the police, right? So in that video that I had stopped, right? When the guy pulled up, who saw the people in the video on live, when he said he saw the weed and everything, when he pulled up, he said somebody yelled out 12 and everybody started running, right? There is a few times where that has been described. And one thing Brian Steele said that I commend him for saying is, was it Brian Steele? It was not Brian. It was Brian Steele, or it was his partner, the black guy. I gotta get his name, y'all, because Brian Steele is Young Thug attorney, but he also they are a team. Him and the black guy, who I'm gonna get his name by tomorrow. But I want to get his name right now because I don't feel like that's right for me to quote something that he said and not tell y'all what his name is, because that's what he pointed out when he said that everybody got to running, so he assumed that they had a reason to be running. And he was like, well, living in the type of neighborhood that they lived in, they had already developed a mistrust and fear of the police. It starts when they are yay high. It starts when they are this age. That little boy, that police just started wearing body cam, in the last maybe 10 years. We can just imagine the things that have happened before that. And all they had to do was make up lies and say, oh, he tried to bite me or he tried to kick me, just so they could beat you up, pow you, or worse. You know what I mean? This is how it starts. That young boy has a fear and mistrust of the police at 8 years old. That is not fair. That should not even be. That should not even be. That's ridiculous. What is Young Thug's attorney's name?
I found this on the web.
Hold on. Child, they talking about something else. But that was a point that he made when he was talking about, the people that some of the guys that's in this case. He was saying like they develop a mistrust for the police at a young age. So of course when the police pull up, they're gonna start running. They're gonna call 12 because they know that they're gonna all get handcuffed and be forced to sit on the sidewalk and question for hours. So of course they would run because they don't want to deal with that. And the prosecution objected, and eventually he had to stop that line of questioning, and the judge actually got on to him. I'm gonna rewatch this video later so that I can take notes down and know what I need to show y'all tomorrow. Before we go, y'all, I'm gonna let this video play out so I can get the lawyer name who I'm talking about.
From the assault appear to be permanent. The suit says JD was not under arrest at the time of the incident. The deputy had no probable cause to make an arrest, and JD's actions that initiated the physical contact was the boy attempting to leave the principal's office to return to class. JD had no weapon, and Deputy Jaco had no legal authority to place his hands on JD or physically take him anywhere. The lawsuit also reveals Deputy Jaco was not retrained after the violent incident. The complaint states the plaintiffs are seeking a jury trial, and the family of JD are asking for compensatory and punitive damages. A similar incident happened states away in Florida when a 9-year-old was violently handcuffed by a school resource officer.
Stop it. Sit up. Chill. Chill.
Just relax.
You need to chill.
The body cam showed the boy throwing papers and books at teachers and officers who try to protect themselves with padded mats before the officer put on the metal cuffs.
Oh, you want to throw stuff though, right? That's okay. I get that a lot. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
That family's for more than $75,000. According to local reports, Deputy Jaco is no longer a resource officer with the school where the incident happened, but he's still an employee at the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office also denied the allegation the body camera footage was purposely deleted and that the camera's vendor reported a malfunction during part of the incident. A spokesperson for the agency said that all their body cameras had since been replaced since the incident happened. Reporting for Law and Crime Network, I'm Elizabeth Milner.
A couple years ago, I ended up in a motorcycle accident. I didn't have health insurance at the time, and now I have a plan that keeps me covered.
Now, I do want to say just a few quick things about the other young man, that the 9-year-old boy, that Caucasian young man. I do want to say that, we saw that young man kicking calling teachers names, cursing, throwing things at people, at the teachers and everything. They had to literally get mats to block themselves from the things that he was throwing at them. And I don't feel like the young boy deserved to be beaten, but it didn't appear that he got beaten. It appeared that he was put under in handcuffs. His family wants $75,000, and I can't say whether that's right or wrong, because if you put my 9-year-old in handcuffs, I'm gonna be upset too. But there's a clear difference between that young man and the black boy. Not only did the black boy have um, a disability, because they did point out in the beginning that he had a neuro disability where he was going to the principal's office every day. And I believe that was for lunch. And then he would go back to his class. So whatever plan him and the school had, hold on, let me catch my comment, because it seemed like she's saying some good shit. Let me see. My son had these issues in school, and he had ADHD, PTSD, and separation anxiety. He was the same as this video. Brought me back to my days in school with him. Oh, girl. And as a mom of 2 boys, 6 and 14, that disturbs my soul. Because even by 14-year, I could not imagine having to deal with watching a police officer deal with them like that, and not only that, but draw blood from them. Not only that, break their spirit and their trust. A child, and this goes into some things that I'm going to talk about on the purge. The worst thing to do to a child is break their spirit. You know, when a child is born into this world, they should be able to enjoy being carefree. They should be able to enjoy being a kid for as long as they can before this world, taints them. And that boy's spirit was broken at 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, I'm sure with him having a neuro disability or ADHD or any of that, I'm sure that, I'm sure that that was hard enough for him. You know what I mean? Threw books off the shelves and just broke anything he can find. Yeah. And I'm sure that that is already hard to deal with as it is. That's already hard enough to deal with as it is. So, man, I really am going to keep up to what's going on with that young man and with that young man's family. I'm definitely gonna keep up with what's going on with that. He does need to be in jail. Honestly, he really does. And you, Straya, you got some very good points. And as a mom, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I don't know what I would do if I had to deal with that. Now, you guys, how about I'm looking up Young Thug's attorneys, and I literally only see Brian Steele's name. I done check Rolling Stone, all the, NBC and all the other news outlets, and it's literally only saying Brian Steele. So I'm gonna have to do some more work to try to dig and find that guy's name, because it was the black guy who actually pointed that out. That their trust is broken at a young age. They was living on Cleveland Avenue, low income. The McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue actually shut down. Now, what McDonald's shut down? And I don't mean to run down McDonald's, but they were still running and dropping fries. You understand? So for the income to be that low in that area where they cannot even have a McDonald's, they weren't selling DRUG to help Young Thug, because a RICO is racketeering and corrupt organization, right? And they do things in a gang. They have to prove that they're doing things in furtherance of the gang, meaning like the mob, for example. Whenever they hit y'all seen Goodfellas, whenever they hit something, they had to make sure they gave some money to the godfather of it all, or to Paulie, or Y'all know what I'm talking about. In Goodfellas, whenever they hit a big lick, they had to pay off the bosses, right? One of the cases, the guy got busted for having a gun, an ounce of weed. What Young Thug needed with that? What basically what I'm saying is this man is a millionaire. He's not telling these boys to actually go get an ounce and sell me an ounce so you can help me. If anything, he brought them around him because they grew up on Cleveland Avenue together, and he decided he was gonna reach back. Now, other things, beef, street stuff, is street stuff. If you sign up for it, you live by it, you die by it. I can't speak to that. But when it comes to the courtroom, it's about what you can prove in court. And you're not supposed to be able to cheat the law. You're not supposed to be able to cheat justice. If you pick, like I keep saying, if they got too excited and picked them up too fast and they don't have the evidence to prove that this is what they're saying it is, that's on them, for one. Two, what I'm saying is that I even remember when Young Thug did that interview with Gilly and Wallow, right? One of the things that I remember him saying is, you ain't got to worry about telling if you stay out of trouble. Meaning, because they was talking about how Young Thug said, I almost damn near can tell you who would tell. I'm going to react to that video tomorrow, y'all, because I've been wanting to react to it. And one of the things he said to them boys was, all you got to do is stay out of trouble and you ain't got to worry about none of that. So clearly, he wasn't encouraging them to catch gun charges, weed charges, and all of that. Okay, and in the street, if somebody, okay, say for example, we know what happened with Jeezy and Gucci, right? Gucci ended up beating that case because the person who, I'm trying to watch my words, y'all. I'm trying to really watch my words. I don't know what I can say. But the person who Gucci ended up ending his life, he did it in self-defense. So he ended up getting off on that M charge, right? So let's talk about the Donovan Thomas thing with Young Thug. And it's just hypothetically saying if that was the case, if that was true. He is innocent until proven guilty. So I'm not saying that these are facts or whatever, but what the prosecution is trying to say is that Young Thug was directly behind the N-word of Donovan Thomas. And his nickname was he was he was the blood, y'all. Okay. He was literally, he used to hang with Lucci and everything like that. And what I'm saying is, when you're dealing with street stuff, if it's a beef and you know that one side trying to take your life, as a man, you're going to feel like you need to take their life before they take your life. Okay? I'm not saying that that's a fact that happened or that really happened, but what I'm saying is when they sign up for these gang life and these street things, I got to get him before he get me. That's what the mentality is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's okay. And I pray to God that I never have to worry about that with my kids, with my two boys. I pray to God that I never have to worry about that. But what I'm saying is if that was the case, if he was behind that, that's what their mentality is. I got to get him before he get me. Right? But to pack on 133 overt acts because you went and you found 12 people or 26 people, because they had indicted 26 people, one on the run, so 27. So for you to find 27 people that have been around him at one point in time that he grew up with, and for you to go back and look up every charge that they caught, because they all, of course, are catching charges because they all growing up on Cleveland Avenue, all hungry, all trying to get it out the mud, okay? For you to attach all of their charges onto Young Thug and think you finna go in this trial and prove that this is a RICO case was stupid. You got excited. You thought you caught a big fish. You should have been more focused on Donald Trump. That's how I feel about it, y'all. I got some work to do. I'm gonna watch this live back because I want to show y'all follow up on the baddie that's in the courtroom, Young Thug's other attorney, because Ryan still also has a partner with him that is doing his thing in the courtroom. We need to be watching the two prosecutors. We need to be watching them because they cheat. They do this a lot. They look at each other and they do this. They always nod their head when they want the person to say, yes, I pay attention to everything. And certain people in this courtroom are there because they were voted in. So if they are in any way cheating in this law, in this case, they should be voted out. That's how I feel about it. Now, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I really do. I really do. Thank y'all. I hope that this live was good for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm going to get better, you guys, with my facts. I'm going to get better with things that I do. I keep saying that I want to vlog. I just want to vlog, but I have so many opinions too. So I'm going to try to do both of them. More purge videos coming, don't worry, because I got to get it out before the first, girl. I want to start 2024 clean. So be prepared for that as well. Y'all have a good night. I ain't going to hold y'all up no more. I love y'all. Thank you, Shreya, Ruby. I appreciate you. Raven, you know I love you. Thank you so much. Replay gang, hashtag replay gang in the comments, so I know you still rocking with me and I know you still watching. And if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe to the video. Everybody have a good night. Peace. Love y'all. See you back tomorrow.